What's up? How are you guys doing? I am live. What's up? Today, I feel angry. Urgh. So, I might as well stream, It's like good time, You don't know what to do, you just stream. That's it. That's it. So we're going to play some Minecraft today because I kind of want to just go around walking and just have a good time because I feel like, stuff being stuff, sometimes you just get depressed. Internet being what it is, it's easy to get stuck with people around you that are not going to make you happy. You know what I mean? It's like there's a type of creator on the internet, and sometimes it's just easy to get yourself wrapped into those personalities. You know what I mean? It's like in real life. Sometimes you'll have friends, you'll like them and shit, but like they're just like they're not there. They're not there. They either are assholes, they just are annoying, or I don't know what. And usually I'm like the type of guy that I'm like, everyone have their quirks, but like I just feel internet just makes this way more easy to trigger, which is like what happened? What happened? Why is internet the way it is? Why is internet built that way to make you sad so you get addicted by the dopamine rushes it gives you afterward? You're sad, you'll want something good to feel good, and the site knows it, and it's just going to give it to you. How fucking like evil is that? And that's another problem with the internet, right? It's like when you start seeing all those little things, you just become so depressed. It's like, what do you do? It's like I just even the phone is mad. Even the phone is mad. It's fine, phone. You can be mad. It's fine. Being mad is a normal feeling to have. And so, yeah. So enough talking. Let's do my little let's play. Let's do my little YouTube video where I just depress people with my stuff. That's a funny thing too, is that I love talking about this stuff, but like that is not stuff that are fun to listen to. I feel I could have fun listening to this, but I don't think it's the clientele. Here we go. We need to put it like that. Because my setup is too goofy. It's too goofy. So it needs to be that way. And we need Chatterino. So yeah, I want to enjoy my stream. I feel I just want to enjoy my stream. Just be able to talk. Not make this a big thing. Because that's the thing. That's the thing I'm realizing, is that everything I do, if I've got passion into it, I need to do it like intensely. But the thing is, I've got too much stuff away. Survival, normal, all comments. Yes, I think that is fine. I think that is fine. So yeah, the thing I wanted to say is that when I got something with passion, I need to do it really intensely, and don't do it like half of it. And so I think stream has been a bit that facing myself with the problem that is my intensity, because it's like it just stresses me out, bro. It just stresses me out, makes me always depressed about the things I do, and I don't even enjoy the process. I just get too analytical, which is sometimes not really what you want if you want to be appreciating something. Okay, so the strat here, if we want to go to the nether, I'm doing a slow-paced run. Okay, oh my god, look how big it is. That is so big, but no lava pool. We need to find a village. It's literally Minecraft speedruns, but there's no speedruns, and just me walking around and enjoying the view and the music. And just talking, I guess. You know, what if I don't even run? What if the run itself is not even about going fast? It's just about the journey. Why do I just don't play the normal game? Well, it's not fast. It's still faster to do my strat. What is this thing? I keep seeing these new biomes. With like pink stuff. The stream should be the place where I can be a little kid. You know, I just play my video games and just enjoy them. Playing reality for a bit. But it became the reverse. It became bringing reality to the video games. Which is also interesting. I kind of like, I kind of enjoy doing this. Look how pretty that is. Some bats flying around, minding their business. Oop. Some blocky ass trees. This is why in real life streams, okay? You know how there's people that goes around. Wait, I didn't say hi to the Discord. Hello, chilling. Come hang out. No need for big emotions, right? Or be funny. I can just enjoy the things I do, and that's it. And be like those boring guys you hear. There's nothing wrong with that. You know the archetype I'm talking about? The guy that's like into self-help too much. And is like, oh, you need to do, oh no! You need to be happy, you need to appreciate. I don't, you know, and behind that there's only the need of being accepted. That's literally me. I'm doing this to feel, look how cool I am. Look how deep and thoughtful and healthy by saying stuff like that. Ain't that so crazy? They really changed the generation of the biomes. Look at this. I've been thinking a lot about like the ways your environment is like blocking you off to grow. And what I mean by that is that I feel it's so easy for people to say like, oh, just be yourself. When I feel like being yourself is so much more related to the people you hang out with, right? I feel it's so much easier if you have like supportive like family or supportive friend system that lets you try to be your true self and not like some kind of like anything if that's what you're into, you know. And in a lot of ways, I also realized how much putting your attention to those like friction in your environment makes them seem bigger than what they are. But I feel that's just like the brain being the brain. What a bomb, Parsi! What's up, man? I'm talking about growing as a person and your environment. How much does it limit you? How much does it create friction for you trying to grow yourself as someone you want to be? You know? How are you doing, Percy? I'm just walking around. This is my speedrun. This is my slow ass speedrun where I try to finish the game like it's a speedrun, but I actually don't go fast. I actually enjoy the landscape. It's like, if you want to grow yourself, I feel like you kind of need all the facets of yourself to be expressed somehow. That's all you'll understand them, right? But that's where the problem starts to become hard, right? Because like not all the facets of yourself are enjoyable. Even if you need to like, I'm at work right now. Really? You're working? And you're watching my little silly stream? Where I just, yep, Minecraft boy. Yes, Minecraft. What's up, bro? Hey, what's up, Nick? How are you doing, man? I'm doing a speedrun. But I don't actually speedrun it. I just walk around and appreciate the Minecraft view. Yapaton? Yes, I just yap around. I'm like a little dog, okay? I'm like a dog streamer. I just yap. I just like Nick, I've got like a thing to tell you. You know, I've been playing a bit of chess with my friend, and my friend is really impressed. Back to work? Okay, goodbye. Have fun working, man. I'm happy you have come to say hi. And we were really impressed by how fast you grew your chess points. You know, your chess score, whatever it's called. You know, my friend was actually like, how does he do it? How did they get so high so fast? And I was like proud. I was proud of my little Nick boy. I was like, oh, that's my boy. That's my Nick. So chess been popping up for you, man. That's cool. And this seed is really has. I'm not getting any village or any shipwreck. I think I might just like restart. I was like saying, like, I'm pretty sure that the difference between two players is how they tackle their practice and their learning. I'm a really big believer that most of your improvement in anything is more about the way you learn more than actually being good at it or not. Like anything. If you know how to play the piano and learn the piano, you'll learn it way more faster than if you're just like not optimizing the way you learn your things. There's so many productive things to do and you do Minecraft. That's a thing. That's a thing that I've been realizing, Nick. Sometimes I want to be productive too much and I just get into my head. And I don't even enjoy things. It's been a big like thing for me. It's like it's making me depressed. And so I'm like, okay, well, how do I make myself more at peace? And I feel that productivity is like, it's making me focus on the wrong things. It's important to like productivity, yes, but like if you're too much stuck on the productivity, I feel you get stuck. You know, too much intensity over that. So that's why I'm playing Minecraft. I'm just walking around. I'm just walking around and enjoying the view. You know, and just yap around, talk about some stuff. There's no village. This seed is like really sad. Enjoy the music. Ooh, village? Village? Is there? That's a valid point. I'm not saying, yeah. I'm not saying that it's like you don't want to be intense in your passions. But for me, it's like with my passion, I get too intense into it. And it kinda kills me. And then I forget to like how to think. I get too, I don't know if it's too hyper focused or something. But you know, being too focused on the productivity makes you blindfolded to other things that could actually also be like enjoyable. You know? A lot of like, how could I say this? People have a lot of, how do you call it? You know when you drive and you have blind spots. People have a lot of blind spots, and I've been realizing that when I tackle like a challenge, I've got a lot of blind spots. Not because I don't want to see them. It's just because I get too focused on one thing, and sometimes I step back, and now I'm able to like see better the bigger picture. Maybe it's like chess. Maybe if you're hyper focused on one details into your chess, how you play, you could potentially get blindfolded to other things that could be easier to work on. Or enjoy. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I help you. You know? What the fuck is that? Dude! How is that that big? Minecraft really got pretty. Damn. Minecraft really got pretty. I want to see that. We're going to see what's there. It's like, for an example, okay? I love taking apart the things I do, okay? That's how I learn about it. I learn what are the components, and I work on the components. For streaming, one of the big components I've realized is, am I able to talk about something? But that skill needs practice, and if I only do the same thing, I forgot what I was trying to say. It's abstract. Components, learning. Look how pretty that is. Big ass tower. Yeah, it's just you get blindfolded, and sometimes you get stuck on something. You can give up. Maybe that's a thing. Ooh, pretty Ravine. How is this game so cool? Minecraft, bro. Still no village though. The seeds I have are really bad. No shipwreck. I could have looked if there was shipwreck here. I'm kind of dumb. I don't think there's shipwrecks. What is the sound? There's a sound. I don't know if you hear it on your side. There's just like a sound of caves or whatever, or sand. Or like wind. Okay, maybe the savannah got like a village. The layers of the mountains like that. I'm dying. I'm literally dying. Too much Minecraft. I think I want to start doing is write about things that could be fun to talk about on stream. But the thing I write about in my journals are all depressing stuff. I'm too emo. I'm too emo for streaming. It's all about like, oh, capitalism is ruining me. There's no like wholesome like, oh, I saw a squirrel or something and I got a funny story about it. It's all social analysis. I think that I've got the worst program for like being depressed. I think it's also the people that are like in my program at school. They just like made me depressed. And I started watching people that are actually depressed because they're doing like political science stuff and they're depressed. So it makes me depressed. How many years do you have to finish college? Okay, so basically right now I'm doing like a special thing. Basically, my university is offering like a program where I can basically do psychology at the same time as sociology. And there's like special classes that shows you how you can do a dialogue between those two. So sociology is more about like, it's not political science, but it's close enough. It's just society. How people create the society they moves in, and how the society create the people that the society is in, right? While psychology is more about like directly how you relate to your inner self. It's like you're going to have a thought, how you're going to relate to that thought. And even to that relating, there's like sociology stuff you could like kind of take apart in. It's like somewhat. Oh, okay. Anyways, that's not the question. The question is, I'm starting yapping about sociology and psychology. So I'm finishing that program because, in my opinion, I think it's going to give me an advantage once I get into psychology and I become like a therapist. Because village, I kind of want to become a therapist. I feel it's really cool. I feel having like someone in your little office one-on-one. They talk about like dark stuff, and you're just there to like try to help them or something, support them in somehow. I feel it's really cool. You study in English or French? French, but I try to like outside of school like learn stuff, and it's mostly in English, right? So I'm finishing that program. Once I'm done with the psychology, sociology intersection, I need to get some psychology class for like a year, around a year, so I can get back to the same level as someone just going in psychology. And then I'll try to get my license for becoming a therapist. Okay, that is goated. Lava pool beside village. This cannot be as good. So I've been like doing that, but like it's a lot of exploring and patience. I feel like going for like big study is like a process that is like really annoying. It's really long, and like I'm realizing that like it's a program that makes me like sensitive to a lot of things that makes me depressed. Honestly, I think therapy is bullshit. If you're depressed, just leave your house and do something. Talking how bad it's been in your life with an individual you don't even know seems nonsense. I mean that's like one way to see the things. I mean that way is like it's really resilient. There's not all people are able to like actually do those steps. I feel it's like one way to be able to like just eat your emotion and walk. That's like a good way to cope, but that's not everyone that are able to cope that way. You gotta have like an individual that's like is depressed, but instead of just walking out of his room and doing like stuff he enjoy, he start drinking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I feel for you, it's like maybe you don't need it because you're like a healthy individual that is able to like deal with his own emotions into a way that's like healthy for yourself. But a lot of people don't have that chance. And I'm realizing for like myself or whatever, it's like a lot of times you're kind of stuck with your own processes, If you learn to cope with your emotion with, let's say, alcohol or like fleeing into the wrong kind of stuff, it becomes really hard to like get out of this. And that's where therapy can become really cool, And again, there's like levels of depressed. Are you just being sad? Because if you're just sad, that's like completely normal. But if you're sad way too much and it's like overwhelming and it's all the time and you have like you're more prone to have big explosion, it's like now maybe therapy is going to be helpful to like give you the tool to like react better to your own self. So it's like it makes no sense because you don't have the need for those tools. It makes no sense to give like a class about chess if the guy you're teaching is trying to learn archery. You know what I mean? That's not what he needs. And even in one sense, you could even say that like why is there like no eat? Okay, here, wheat. You could even say that being depressed is only one category of people, right? There's a lot more. What if the person is depressed, but it's also because like he spawned in a fucking shitty family? What do you do now? It's like you're depressed and your environment always like punish you for being depressed. So you can't even like relate to your emotion or whatever. A lot of families are like that too. It's like, so there's this aspect too. So that's why I think it's really interesting. I feel it's like cool puzzles. It's like you need to map the person and how it relates to its own self, how it lives inside its own social circles, what are the supports that are around that person. And as a therapist, there's also like a lot of introspection I really like, you know? It's like, if I've got like a patient, let's say, I don't know if it's the right word, like client, that has a lot of problems, it's me listening to this is going to make me feel a lot of ways, you know? If someone start talking about how they got raped or something, it's like, that's really like heavy. That's heavy stuff, and I need to be able to like be on the same page as my client, to be able to walk with the client I have. Everyone has their own little map on themselves, and I need to be able to walk with them. And that is like, I need to understand like where they're from, which is like always bad feelings. Is like, that's going to be hopefully my job. What did I do a axe for? I don't know why I did it. I did that. Does that make sense? I threw a lot of things there. I threw a lot of things. Which is like... Yes, I get your POV. I just can't understand opening in front of someone you don't even know instead of someone you trust. Yeah, I understand. It's just like sometimes the people you trust won't have the tool to actually help you. If you're like a raging alcoholic, you can like open yourself up to your friends or whatever, but like it's not going to cure your addiction. And like I'm really happy to see that you have like people you can trust like that. That's really cool. That's really cool. You have people like that, you know. And I feel like that's the part of the therapist's job, right? It's like making sure the person in front of you is feeling comfortable. And it is playing alongside your lines, you know? It's like if our client is not comfortable, okay, like why don't he feel comfortable? How can I bring the person to feel comfortable so we can work upon the things the client want to work upon? So it's also interesting. So yeah. A lot of really, really cool stuff in my opinion. Humans being humans. Okay. I think I got all the things I need. I don't even remember. Well, yeah. I mean, no, it's definitely a well-built job. I heard that, you know, that's the worst part? It doesn't even pay that much at the beginning. But I'm pretty sure, like, I need to inform myself a bit more. But I'm pretty sure the way to do it is, like, I need to specialize myself into, like, a niche. Where there's not a lot of other people doing it. So it's like, I'm the only one getting those type of clientele. And I don't even know. I heard it's not even that well paid. It's well paid for what it costs, but like, you know, I think they are a lot. Yeah, I feel it depends on the place you're from. They have watermelon like that in those villages? That's crazy. Okay, so now the plan is Iron Golem. I've got enough food for a while, so I can find the Bastion. I still haven't found any Bastion, which is crazy. I played like 30 games, tried to speedrun them. No times did I found like a Bastion. Okay, I've got enough food. This guy. Come here, bitch! Come here, bitch! Run! 1, 2, 3. Ha! Bitch! Can't do shit now. I'm in my last year of high school right now, and I have no idea what to do after. Yeah, that's where you explore. I don't. Do you have like orientation or whatever? I didn't know. It was kind of like a luck thing to go into psychology. I wanted to go into marketing. At first, I was like going to like administrative jobs and like marketing. I was like, I don't know what to do. Marketing seems okay. There's like, for now, is there still a path? You don't know what to do, but like sometimes you just need to like go inside the field. You just need to be patient. You try something and you just, yeah, leap of faith. Sometimes I feel you just need some leap of faith at the beginning. You can always adjust yourself into the field afterwards, right? I don't know how Poland works, but like, here it's kind of like that. I was in administration. I was really bad at school. Couldn't get into the psychology program. I don't even remember why. Yeah, I think I went into psychology because like I really liked watching stuff online about it, and there was something about psychology. You know, it was close to marketing. I really liked the fact it helped me understand myself better. I think I'll take a gap year, rethink my whole life, and then decide. Oh yeah. I mean, you're a really big analytical guy. I feel like there's a lot of jobs that offers that. Are you good at school? Are you a nerd? You're like engineer or something? Engineering, computer science, maybe. You know, I'm trying to think about like puzzle strategy jobs. You like working alone, or you're still like high school too. Like those things is like you just need the experience. You need to like get yourself into like random jobs just to see how you fuck with them. Are you a creative guy? I don't know. Oh my god, 5. There we go. Okay, where's the lava pool? Where's the lava pool? I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna pass the night. Bed? Here. Bed? No. Bed? No. I'm trying to remember why I wanted to do psychology. I think I just like administrative. I just didn't like my CGEP. So it's basically like a thing before university. I was like, yeah, doing Excel sheets is not my vibe. I prefer... No, I remember why I liked the introduction psychology class. I really liked the human science I did in high school and a bit... That's why I went to psychology. It just seemed right. And it was a luck that I got into sociology. Because if I had the grades, I would have probably just went straight up psychology, not even sociology. I'm fucking shit at school. Okay, where's the lava pool? Oh, here. I like, you know, yeah. Time for doing. I'm trash. Wait, I think I'll get you. I'm trash at school. That's because I go there as little as possible. Oh, okay. I see. So maybe not like a long-term school thing. Yeah, maybe take a gap year. Maybe you'll enjoy it if you use it correctly. A lot of people I know like did a gap year. It helped them. And you're in Europe, bro. You need to like travel if that's like your vibe. Like do a little like seminar of chess places. I don't even know what's there to look at in Europe, but like you go each country and you just find the big like chess places. Okay. You're a smart guy. You'll figure it out. I believe in you, bro. And for me it's like once I found something I liked in school, it became like fun to go to school, you know? Before that I really didn't like it. I went to all my classes because I was like, I mean, it's like a job, you know. I like being there on time and doing my duties, but Maybe it's just high school too. Sometimes like once you get to higher schools, I don't know what's after like high school in Poland. There's a certain like seriousness that comes in that becomes like more fun to go to school. Not fun, but like more logical. Pig, get away! In the lava pool. He's dead. He's literally dead. I killed him. Oh! I'm fine. I'm fine! I'm fine! No! 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 Okay, this is not poggers. I think maybe I'll go to some other country to college. It could be fun. Oh yeah, you should. You totally should. You totally should, man. You know, sometimes. Yeah, you totally should. I feel that's what you need, bro. Change of scenery. To be honest, sometimes like it's not school per se. It's just like your fucking dumbass high school that's like dumb or whatever. What do I do? Okay, there's lava. I'm fine. And like I said, it's like it's fine if you don't know what you're going to do right now. I feel that's why you can be a bit patient when you're young, okay? I don't know how like annoying your parents are for that shit. Because for me, my parents are like, no, you need to finish the quickest possible, okay? Even going for higher education, it was like, no, you need to like get a job right now. Yeah, meet a new reality, live far away from home, meet new people. Yeah. New experience. I feel it's like one of the best things you can get to know yourself. That's where you know yourself. If you break your rituals, that's where you learn new stuff. Meet new people, meet new perspective. Maybe you'll get like yeah. And you're already like you're already like good at it. I'm not scared for you, bro. I'm so not scared of it for you. I've got so many faith on you, bro. You should become a gamer and just stream, okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to become a big streamer one day. No, you know what? I kind of like this Twitch thing because I can talk to like random people online, you know? I know it's not the same vibe and most of the viewers are like they're not here to you know, they're here to escape, you know? That's why they're on Twitch. Anyways. That's a cat. That's a nice ass cat. lol, W, lol. Okay, I'm doing a flint and steel, and it's time to go to the nether. Hopefully I'm going to find what I'm searching for. I'm here because of chess. Yeah, I know. And you stayed for the whole sum, bro. I need your stream because of chess too. That's the thing with my fucking stream, okay? All my viewers become too cool. My viewers are all too like fucking cool. You know Panda? He had no friend and now he don't even come online because he's too cool. I had this guy, I don't even remember, Kyle. Same thing. He didn't have any friends and now he's too cool. And he don't even talk to me anymore. How am I supposed to be a stream if I don't get you guys dependent on me? I'm going to do that, like you know? I'm going to make you guys all big incels that had no friends, so you guys stay and watch me. That's going to happen. Okay, I need to do the thing here. Okay, so the strategy you see. Oh. Vet, get a girlfriend? Got a girlfriend? Like what? You too cool? Pro at chess? Going to visit Europe? Entity, okay, where's the entity thing? There's an E somewhere. I don't... Oh, here. 10, 12, 10. Okay, there was a thing. Okay, 21, 27, 30, 36, 35, 39. And it crashed. Okay, I need to go there. It's clearly going there. Yeah, I guess you meant me through chess. How did it felt to find me? Because I feel my channel is so like weird. It's so weird. Okay, I need to go there. I was piping my own horn. Okay, there. I was like, oh, how cool I am because my viewers are not degenerate people. By the way, you're planning to work in Canada or you're moving somewhere? You got any plans? I'll stick in Canada. I feel like I am attached to Canada, to Canada, and at the same time, it's like, what? Am I going to the US? US? No, I'm not going to work with those dumbasses. That is a lie. I just like I have no opportunity really to like visit. I don't have the money for it, and it's like I don't know. For now, it's like I'm just happy I found a path where I'm happy in. So I feel I don't want to like experiment too much with it. I just want to like, okay, I found this stable thing in my life I want to get in myself into. So we just see. I want to travel, you know, that's for sure, but that costs a lot of money, and I've got my art to focus on. I feel the thing I'm planning there's a bit more like into like you know, exploring is more into my art. Like this stream, I feel this stream is like something I'm really like you know, instead of traveling, I'm going to put my time into those things, into my streams, into my paintings, into my music. You know, a thing I always wanted to do is like start a band. I know it's dumb, but it's like in high school I wasn't into music, so it's like I didn't really have those things. But it becomes hard to like find the right bandmates, you know, and yeah. I feel the plan is also like, 2 years ago I lived on my own. I used to have my little apartment with this guy, and once I've got the money, I feel that's going to be the things I'm going to do more than travel. My money is going there right now, but at the same time, it's like right now, I fucking hate working, okay? Because I was the president of my program, and that year just gave me like it just traumatized me. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to work. I just want to chill for a while. So, we'll see. Did I talk to you about like that experience at the end? How I got like cancelled? Because I didn't want to, yeah, it makes sense. If you're in a stable place, you should keep that path. Then it gets boring, you can change it. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I've got the big line stable, and I've got my project that are like more stable. I want like this stream and my art to be the thing I can experiment with, where I can explore stuff. Ouch! Ouch! No, 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 please! I can die. I can't die. I can't. I need to stay alive. There's no bastion. What am I doing? What I was trying to say, I was talking, oh yeah. It's like right now, I feel I got like enough new experience with the presidency of my program. That was a rock and roll year, okay? That was really, that was really something. But yeah, it's basically like, I didn't want to talk too much about it because I was living it, but now that it's over, I feel like I've got a lot of things to say about that. It's a weird clientele too, you know? The people in sociology are like the extremist communists, you know? Those people are in my program. And basically what happened is that there is this girl from France that last year, well, 2 years ago now, said a bunch of like, said the N-word and a bunch of stereotype stuff. And people were complaining, one of the girls complained that she didn't feel comfortable going to the locals we had. And I used to know that girl, you know, and in my head I was like, okay, well, it's been a year. She grew since that time. She's in the program that was like socialize herself into like that kind of frame, you know. You don't say those things. You're like, you try to be like empathic towards like, you know, their friends and all that bullshit. And the presidency of the last year asked me to do an intervention with that girl. So they basically said, okay, you need to go talk to that girl. It is not okay what the fuck, what she did. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure, I'll go talk to her. And at that point, like, people talked about her too. She knew like what she did was wrong and felt bad, hopefully, about it. And for me, oh, I'm dead. And for me, it was like, I'm searching words. I'm bad at telling stories. What was I? Girl. Oh yeah. So in my head, I was like, I'm just going to tell her that someone is not comfortable, but I'm not going to do anything. That is not my place. Even if I'm the president of my program, to like, you know, expulse her from the locals or the activity we're doing. So I just told her it was bad. She and that's it. And afterwards, I got a lot of backlash because I didn't do enough. You know. So they were all angry because I wasn't severe enough, and me trying to defend my position became trying to silence a racist problem, you know. So I became the problem, and at that point, in my, you know, as the president of my program, I decided to not talk with my association about that thing, because for me it was like, you guys are dealing with the activities, you guys are dealing with the teacher relationship. I'm going to deal with that problem. That problem is outside of village. That problem is outside your job responsibilities. And so I didn't talk to them about it. But when the backlash started coming back, my position heard about the problem, and they kind of learned from the rumors, and so they became like angry, and for them it became more about the problem about transparency and honesty more than like the actual problem, I think. And so it just like kind of snowballed, and they voted me out. They didn't vote me out, they were like, yeah, you should like maybe step down as your role as the presidency. And at that point, you know, it was like I did like and I was like, okay, there's a problem. The association is not able to deal with a intervention in the future. So I put all these changes for next year. I was like, next year we're just going to be a bridge to the resources for like for the people that has the tools for like dealing with a problem like that. Next year, the role we had about political activism is going to be structured around those type of things, because right now it's like we had a role inside the association that were like supposed to be the one that were like dealing with all the activism of the program. So it's like, if we're going to go into a manifestation, that role was going to be the thing, the position where we're taking upon the things upon politics. That was the role, but they were doing nothing. They were doing absolutely nothing. They were just waiting me for finding them jobs. But like after a while, I'm like, I don't have time. You need you guys to find your own roles. And it's like, as a result, with all the anyways, I don't even know. It's like so complicated. I just learned that like, when someone says the N-word, you should expose them. No, get back. No, get back. You don't say that, you know. Especially in a program like that. That's not the place. I know it's been a year. I know you're like, you grew since then, but no. One error is fatal. You did the one mistake. Crazy now. Anyways. So that whole thing kind of traumatized me, because I felt like the whole program was against me, because it's like, yeah, you know, I took the criticism, because what else you can do? I know what I did wrong, but after a while they were asking like the impossible. I cannot change the world. So yeah. Oh my god, what is this chest, dude? What the fuck? What the hell? What is this chest? Am I really able to like just finish? Like, not even finding a lava pool? I feel I didn't explain that well, anyways. Dude, what the fuck? I'm so rich. Look, I got like items and shit. I need more obsidian and I'll be like so fine. So that was a big experience. A lot of leadership role. I enjoyed it. To be honest, it's like one of those jobs you need to think about it like 24/7, and it gave me a lot of stress. And I realized how much like my support system wasn't there at all for me. So it was like a lot of like dealing alone with all these problems. And it's like, but you know, leadership roles were fun. I enjoyed it. What the fuck? Why is he like so happy? It was a leap of faith, you know. Like I actually enjoyed having to deal with the association, having to think about how am I going to modify their roles so they're better for the program. How do you deal like with problems? That one kind of like just slipped into like too much. It was too big. But I still enjoy, you know, dealing with people, coordinating, having to organize myself. It's just like I think back about that time. I just wished I had a better like a support system around me. You know, I love a lot of weird emotion, a lot of first experience in there. I love like maturity that I wish I could have someone, you know. So yeah, happy to have the experience, and now I'm scared to go back next year. I'm just scared. You don't know the things they said, bro. You don't know. You don't know. Those radical feminists, communists, dude. It's like, you know, there's just people in there that they're like, they heard the rumors, and that was enough. That was enough. They didn't need like to they didn't shoot anything. It made me like too self-aware. I was like, I'm a strong guy. I don't care. I'll still go into class. But just the thoughts of having like someone like behind, knowing they hate you, they hate your guts for no reason, and they're going to be mean to you in your back. It's just like, oh, dude, I just want friends. I just want friends. Okay, I need to find lava now. It's like they rationalize they can bully you, and it's like, oh man, you're in university. Come on, I thought we were in the program to be in that's no, those people in sociology, they're not in psychology, but yeah, people are going to be people. That's what I say. La 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 la. Ooh, pumpkin pie. There's no lava, that's a thing. I wish there was lava. So I can like make a portal. I think I yapped enough. I feel this thing it needs to be yapped. That's how I'm processing it. I don't want you to just like, you know, to just take it in and it's going to bite myself like in other ways. I need to process it. But it's such a big thing. It's like, oh my god, how do I process such a big thing? That was this experience. You know, it changed how you think about yourself and how you think about other people. Oh, look at these trees. They have flowers in it. Wow, incredible. So yeah, that's my oh, lava pool. Okay, Nick, this is a golden run. Jeez. Good food. Good iron. We don't get flint and steel. We don't have tools. I got distracted. I feel like I'm trying to answer a question and I just like slip into thinking about something else. That's funny. That's funny. Hopefully I didn't trauma dump or something. I didn't like just like made the atmosphere bad. I think it's kind of funny, but that's not everyone that think it's funny. Oh! Trees burning! Burn! 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 Okay. I need some stone tools. I'm gonna write a book. My experience as a CEO. After that, I'm going to write a book, bro, with that. Update available. Mercurium Reflect is now on. Okay. Tools. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Now we're all set. I just need some flint and steel. I need flint. Here we go. Flint is here. Come on. There's nothing here. What about you, man? Have you like have any other new experiences here? Like a new thing you try, you're like, oh, enjoyed it. Could be anything. Heck, could be like a video game or a new strat in chess, and you wait to play, and you're like, oh, makes sense now. Oh, let's go. Okay, so go here. You take a bunch of dirt, and you win. Okay, let's do it here. No! No! Shut the hell up. Here we go. I'm fine. I'm fine. Why does he have a sword? Why do you have a sword? Okay, you guys are done? No! There's probably like a more efficient way to do this. Like what if I... Wait, I've got a strat. What if I do like something like this? Water everywhere. And now I can just like do that. Dude, that was totally what I need to do. You see, now I just need water on top there. Learning. I'm learning so fast. Oh, and I'm so dumb. I had like 6 obsidian too. Okay, that's going to be the obsidian to go back if I find the thing I need. We need to get deeper. The only thing I'm going to go deeper is your mom. Okay. FOV. Bam. NTD. 5. 5, 10, 15. We have a 19 here. Yeah, we got a 19. I guess we'll go there. That path. It's really not that good though. Usually you want like a 30 NTD. That's what you want. I have no blocks. I don't know how much like speedrunners take blocks. I feel that could be like logical. Because like going into the nether is like so annoying. These guys are so cute. Ah, I hate the guy. There's a fortress there. I mean fortress is not the same as it's you know, it's a fortress. It's not a bastion. Don't hit me! Don't hit me, child! So this is annoying. I keep finding like fortress, but never bastions. Like actually. Like what is this bad luck? There's nothing here. Oh! I'm dead. Oh god! Why is there a head there? Why is there a head? Okay, you want to listen to music? Is it time to listen to music or something? Who's live? Talking about being depressed, let's look at all the depressed people streaming right now. That is a sound that I make when I...
Never even heard.
I'm hungry. I didn't eat this morning.
A bunch of cheerleaders.
I'm fasting with coffee.
Banks.
They've been moving different ever since they got their own damn day.
Saw that bitch in theaters. I didn't, but more power to you. Also, this is one of the reasons I know Sugar and Spice is because I saw it when I was a kid. Another reason I know Sugar and Spice is because I was pouring through Chibley's letterbox and he has watched Sugar and Spice. And I was like, why the fuck did you watch Sugar and Spice? It's like a 5 out of 10 movie from 2001. Like nobody talks about it ever. No one's ever like, you got to see Sugar and Spice. I think he gave it a 3. I think he gave.
That's what I need to do. Look, each time there's something, I'm just going to remember what is the memory of it. I'm just going to talk about it. As simple as that. Is like, I remember the first time I watched this, I was like,
to be honest with you. Creed 2 to
like I don't know any of these things. Right. Is that
is easy mode, and you know we're going swanky. You don't even.
Wow, so driving of him.
I was bleeding.
Is he bullying someone?
That got a bit hard. I didn't know fish could do that. That shit sucked. Yeah, a fish fucking bit me.
Crazy, dude, crazy. Forcing.
Have to reload.
Nice penis. Nice gawk. Nice gawk. This chat sucked, bro. Joe Rogan, Hulk Hogan, Ed Rogan. What are they saying?
That guy just kind of came out of nowhere. I wonder if this guy's friendly over here. The hell? Gigantic claw marks. That looks dangerous and scary. Bro? Oh, he's not friendly.
Whoa!
Whoa, look at that over there.
Yo, it's so good.
Sunray.
Whoa.
Finally. Wow, 너무 좋아.
That is crazy
And
view.
there's a spa. As a matter of fact,
Look at these clouds, dude.
It has a spa. But I'll be too lazy, to be honest, to use it. Look at that. That looks like a heaven.
Yeah.
Heavenly sunray.
Is there cows? Oh, there's cows too.
Wow, 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 wow.
No way. What? No drama, no racism, no harassment, no one-man spamming, no doxing. Trolling and moderation.
It's
Holy
actually
cows.
very interesting. As soon as I reached the summit, it stopped raining.
Okay, you suffered enough.
Yeah, like as soon as I reached summit, the weather got better. Right, guys? It's insane. Like when I was almost at the summit, it was still raining. And
Can you show the cows again?
don't get me wrong, I'd love to slipping on cow's belly. Mmm.
Yo, the cows. that is where the content is, okay? Fuck the view. I want to see the cows.
Wow, that part is beautiful.
Dude. Cows. No. Dude. They just dare, they just eat.
Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding. This would be such a good paragliding.
It is.
Uh,
It is.
Yeah, do people paraglide here?
Imagine having your house there. That is the view you have. That is crazy. Why do they put like cows' bells? Is that to like find them easier? Why they're in Liechtenstein? That is like the smallest country. I know this story about like how they went to war and they got one soldier back more. Wow, what a great... We need more cows. We need more cows. This is sick. What do I do? I want to stream more because if I stream more, I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to do my room. I don't have to think. I don't have to eat. Streaming is the way I rationalize being a degenerate. What if I play a game? Oh, I've got this too. Art edge line painting. Minimalist. Good form. Nice lines. In the late 50s and early 60s in California, a group of artists reacted against the gestural, painterly style of abstract expression to create a new genre known as art edge painting. It is, as the name suggests, defined by abrupt transition from one plane of color to another, decisive and sudden with no gentle movement. At the heart of this burgeoning movement was Lorser Fentelson, who distilled the abstract form of figurative art into evocative, hypnotic, and ambiguous compositions. A working artist since 45, Fentelson's career reads as a microcosm of art history, moving from cubism to surrealism to abstraction and finally to the style that defined him and offered him the home he had been searching for: art edge painting. He found his corner. Finlayson was informed by the biomorphic curves of the body of the nature around him, but reduced it into simple formal elements. His work is one of the geometric beauty, elegantly proportioned and sensuous in its clarity. Yeah, I like this. This is really simple, but like, I like this. The moon. Astrology shit. What is this?
Excuse me.
There may be blondes and brunettes that are hard to resist. You surpass them like a queen. You've got those lips that were meant to be kissed, and you're over sweet 16. Oh,
Over 16! Dude! No! It's over 18!
beautiful girl.
Dumbass!
Let me call a priest.
Creep!
I do, but give my heart to you.
No.
A beautiful girl is like a great work of art. She's stylish, she's chic, and she also is smart.
She got everything!
For lounging in her boudoir, this simple plain pajama. Her cloak is trimmed with monkey fur to lend a touch.
There's a monkey on this? This is... no. The monkey should be real.
Well,
You got a monkey on your
this will
back.
make them cringe,
Cringe?
and you'll knock 'em dead at dinner if your gown just drips with fringe. You simply can't be too modest at the beach or by the pool. And in summertime, it's organdy that'll keep you fresh and cool.
This hat is...
You'd never guess what
These
round of
fits,
warmth
bro.
this cunning hat receives. And you'd never dream the things that you
They all have a
hide
good pose too. It's like each one has his little team.
a string of pearls with a suit of tweed.
All the suits.
Started quite a riot. And if you must wear fox to the opera, Dame Fashion says diet. Black
Fashion.
is best when you're in court. The judge will be impressed.
Impressive judge.
But white is right when you're a bride and you want to be.
I like each one has like his little like scene.
Beautiful girl, for you I got a passion.
It's so cheesy. Beautiful girl. There's like 10,000 girl around him.
My queen of fashion, I'm in a whirl over my beauty.
God, I love woman. Go! The sea in the wind that blows? Ooh. That's a pretty painting. Look at this background here. The colors, the palettes are really nice. The sky, it's quite simple too. A meditation on aging and elegy for passion. A.B. White approached his twilight years in '63. He looked back on his defining love in this piece, first published in 4 times. What began as a dream of boats becomes a study of memory, solitude, and the strange pull of the water. Written as a way to say goodbye as he retired from his hobby, White questions whether he can even leave behind that which seems to define him. His strange, lifelong entanglement with the sea. Can you really retire from yourself?
The Sea and the Wind That Blows, E.B. White, July 24th, 2025. A meditation on aging and an elegy for passion. As E.B. White approached his twilight years in 1963, he looked back on his defining love in this piece, first published in Ford Times. What begins as a dream of boats becomes a study of memory, solitude, and the strange pull of the water. Written as a way to say goodbye as he retires from his hobby, White questions whether he can even leave behind that which seems to define him, his strange, lifelong entanglement with the sea. Waking or sleeping, I dream of boats, usually of rather small boats under a slight press of sail. When I think how great a part of my life has been spent dreaming the hours away, and how much of this total dream life has concerned small craft, I wonder about the state of my health, for I am told that it is not a good sign to be always voyaging into unreality, driven by imaginary breezes. I have noticed that most men, when they enter a barber shop and must wait their turn, drop into a chair and pick up a magazine. I simply sit down and pick up the thread of my sea wandering, which began more than 50 years ago and is not quite ended. There is hardly a waiting room in the East that has not served as my cockpit, whether I was waiting to board a train or to see a dentist. And I am usually still trimming sheets when the train starts or the drill begins to whine. If a man must be obsessed by something, I suppose a boat is as good as anything, perhaps a bit better than most. A small sailing craft is not only beautiful, it is seductive and full of strange promise and the hint of trouble. If it happens to be an auxiliary cruising boat, it is without question the most compact and ingenious arrangement for living ever devised by the restless mind of man.
The beauty of boats.
A home that is stable without being stationary, shaped less like a box than like a fish or a bird or a girl, and in which the homeowner can remove his daily affairs as far from shore as he has the nerve to take them, close-hauled or running free. Parlour, bedroom and bath suspended and alive. Men who ache all over for tidiness and compactness in their lives often find relief for their pain in the cabin of a 30-foot sailboat at anchor in a sheltered cove. Here the sprawling panoply of the home is compressed in orderly miniature and liquid delirium, suspended between the bottom of the sea and the top of the sky, ready to move on in the morning by the miracle of canvas and the witchcraft of rope. It is small wonder that men hold boats in the secret place of their mind, almost from the cradle to the grave. Along with my dream of boats has gone the ownership of boats, a long succession of them upon the surface of the sea, many of them makeshift and crank. Since childhood I have managed to have some sort of sailing craft and to raise a sail in fear. Now, in my 60s, I still own a boat, still raise my sail in fear in answer to the summons of the unforgiving sea. Why does the sea attract me in the way it does? Whence comes this compulsion to hoist a sail, actually or in dream? My first encounter with the sea was a case of hate at first sight. I was taken, at the age of 4, to a bathing beach in New Rochelle.
That's interesting.
Everything about the experience.
All the memories you have
repelled me.
towards a
The taste of
certain
salt
thing.
in my mouth, the foul chill
First
of the
time you
wooden
met the
bathhouse,
beach.
the littered sand, the stench of the tide flats. I came away hating and fearing the sea. Later I found that what I had feared and hated, I now feared and loved. I returned to the sea of necessity because it would support a boat, and although I knew little of boats, I could not get them out of my thoughts. I became a pelagic boy. The sea became my unspoken challenge. The wind, the tide, the fog, the ledge,
so
the bell,
pretty.
the gull
The
that
sea's
cried
so
help, the never-ending threat and bluff of weather. Once having permitted the wind to enter the belly of my sail, I was not able to quit the helm. It was as though I had seized hold of a high-tension wire and could not let go. I liked to sail alone. The sea was the same as a girl to me. I did not want anyone else along. Lacking instruction, I invented ways of getting things done, and usually ended by doing them in a rather queer fashion, and so did not learn to sail properly, and still cannot sail well, although I have been at it all my life. I was 20 before I discovered that charts existed. All my navigating up to that time was done with the wariness and the ignorance of the early explorers. I was 30 before I learned to hang a coiled halyard on its cleat as it should be done. Until then, I simply coiled it down on deck and dumped the coil. I was always in trouble and always returned, seeking more trouble. Sailing became a compulsion. There lay the boat, swinging to her mooring. There blew the wind. I had no choice but to go. My earliest boats were so small that when the wind failed, or when I failed, I could switch to manual control. I could paddle or row home. But then I graduated to boats that only the wind was strong enough to move. When I first dropped off my mooring in such a boat, I was an hour getting up the nerve to cast off the pennant. Even now, with 1,000 little voyages notched in my belt, I feel a memorial chill on casting off as the gulls jeer and the empty mainsail claps. Of late years, I have noticed that my sailing has increasingly become a compulsive activity rather than a source of pleasure. There lies the boat, there blows the morning breeze. It is a point of honor now to go. I am like an alcoholic who cannot put his bottle out of his life. With me, I cannot not sail. Yet I know well enough that I have lost touch with the wind and, in fact, do not like the wind anymore. It jiggles me up, the wind does, and what I really love are windless days when all is peace. There is a great question in my mind whether a man who is against wind should longer try to sail a boat. But this is an intellectual response. The old yearning is still in me, belonging to the past, to youth, and so I'm torn between past and present, a common disease of later life. When does a man quit the sea? How dizzy, how bumbling must he be? Does he quit while he's ahead? Or wait till he makes some major mistake, like falling overboard or being flattened by an accidental jibe?
It's really
This
interesting.
past winter, I spent hours arguing the question with myself. Finally, deciding that I had come to the end of the road, I wrote a note to the boatyard, putting my boat up for sale. I said I was coming off the water, but as I typed the sentence, I doubted that I meant a word of it. If no buyer turns up, I know what will happen. I will instruct the yard to put her in again, just till somebody comes along. And then there will be the old uneasiness, the old uncertainty, as the mild southeast breeze ruffles the cove. A gentle, steady morning breeze, bringing the taint of the distant wet world. The smell that takes a man back to the very beginning of time, linking him to all that has gone before. There will lie the sloop. There will blow the wind. Once more I will get under way. And as I reach across to the black can off the point, dodging the trap buoys and toggles, the shags gathered on the ledge
I don't even know
will
where am
note
I.
my passage. There goes the old boy again, they will say. One more rounding of his little horn, one more conquest of his roaring 40s, and with the tiller in my hand, I'll feel again the wind imparting life to a boat, will smell again the old menace, the one that imparts life to me. The cruel beauty of the salt world, the barnacle's tiny knives, the sharp spine of the urchin, the stinger of the sun jelly, the claw of the crab.
I mean, it was an interesting text, right? The experience of like your love for the boat and the position of this guy, you know, being like almost retired, thinking about all the experience he had with his boat. There's like a really good like introspective like writing there. That's kind of cool, you know. There's also like a certain like not modesty, but like, you know how those experiences feel so calm, you know, there's like a certain serenity, and yet the way he talks about those little moments makes it like it shaped who he is as a person. There's a certain like calmness. I don't like the word calmness. The quality of the experience he's trying to talk about, that is quite you know, it feels like an old guy that lived a lot of life thinking back about his own experience. The experience now has like a certain like patience, maybe you know, patience or serenity. I don't know. This is cool. There was a good text. I like this. Oh, I love park stuff. Oh yes.
Since federal help for the creation and further development of recreation areas became available through the Emergency Conservation Work Program begun in '93, it has become obvious that there is a very definite factor in the park and recreation movement which may be called park consciousness. In some sections of the country, as in Minnesota, the public's avid use of such outdoor recreational facilities as have been cited. And this very publicly expressed enthusiasm inevitably results in a more rapid development of park systems. Indeed, the development of parks may be said to be in direct ratio to their use. It is estimated that nearly 250,000 people visit 8 of the principal Minnesota state parks during the 3 months which constitute each summer season. Parks near the large centers of population in which winter sports
more parks!
are
There are
active
people!
throughout the months of the year.
Wow! What a beautiful park. When was the big, like, US park national history, you know? I feel like before the 50s it was, like, big. Began with the establishment of Yellowstone National Park in 72. And I think it wasn't a thing with Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a big nature guy and just, like, started doing a lot of that. Even in Canada, we have, like, a Mountie that feels like they're from those parks. It's kind of cool. I love park, like, national park culture. There's also like this politic aesthetic to it, right? It's not any nature, it's national protected park. Ooh, the big lakes. The pretty lakes.
Preferred park settings are those which induce complete relaxation and rest. Settings in which nature can work her magic of mental and physical healing.
Mental and physical heal. They're making a fire. They're cooking. Cooking on charcoal. Oh, blé d'Inde. Corn.
Parks are a call to the people to rest and play in family groups. A cure has been seriously advocated for.
Yeah, that's during the 50s, right? Camp culture. No phone inside. That's such a nice plan. The movement of the people always jumping. I like that. There's a repetition to it too. That's like nice to look at.
Many of our emotions are instinctive. Certainly the thrill that comes from a boat ride is one of these.
The thrills of a boat ride. The danger. You know what's crazy? You romanticize the 50s and the 40s, but like, you remember like the bad part of that too. The raging racism, the raging homophobia, the constant like no mental health. I mean, Freud was starting, I guess. The misery of the Great Wars. Ooh.
In state parks in all parts of the country, there are simple but adequate facilities for camping available. Sometimes for small charges, sometimes for no charge at all. I will leave the dust of the city street and the noise of the busy town for the windy moor and the high hill and the peat stream flowing brown. I will keep my watch by the campfires where the white cliffs lean to the sea, and dawn shall wake me with golden hands, and the rain shall walk with me.
And the rain shall walk with me. I feel those videos wouldn't be as good to watch if it wasn't like that aesthetic, being an old camera. It's like if I was watching this with a new camera, I don't know if it would have been like as good. But I like watching just people being like in their daily life like that.
Are the hobbies of more Americans than are any other pastimes. To the fishermen,
It's like
the nationwide
watching like
recreation movement means more
little
places to go,
ants or
more
something.
vacations
You know,
to
it's
fulfill,
they're not ants. I don't want to like.
protection and propagation of wild.
I just like watching. You know, people watching.
Not just
I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like weird doing it, but like it's good intention. Okay, it's in beauty. The beauty of like just people doing people. It's like going into the grocery stores.
Will be given the same attention. Minnesota needs few dams to form her glistening pools. Nature made them centuries ago, and today men go there from all corners of the country to rest and play in this land of 10,000 lakes.
Land of 10,000 lakes.
States laying the foundations for systems of parks will do well to exert every effort to so maintain and administer their recreation areas and so educate the people in their use that to them will come also the happiness of the new leisure which is so precious in this land of the sky-colored water.
United States Department of the Interior, Division of Motion Pictures. I guess the U.S. had their little like a movie thing too. For a while, I don't know what that happened. How old is the sky? A brief history across philosophies. 12 minutes. Is that history? Aye, sure, whatever, man. Sure, whatever. We'll do some reading. Ooh, look at this drawing. Reading on stream? What is this?
How Old is the Sky? A Brief History Across Philosophies. Sander Preston, July 22nd, 2025. Despite the ancient-sounding ring to this rather abstract question, the first sign of an attempted answer in Western philosophy came only with the moderns. Not the Stoics with their eternal return, nor the Christians with their metaphysical hesitations. It wasn't until the 17th and 18th centuries that two very different philosophers emerged with two very different answers to the question.
What? I don't understand how
old. The first came from a bishop named James Ussher, who in 1650 published Annales Veteris Testamenti, a chronology of the world using the Bible as a historical record. In this, he declared that the creation of the world, including the heavens and sky, occurred on Sunday the 23rd.
I guess, look, it doesn't make sense today to say how old the sky is, because the sky is the sky. But I guess from their perspective, it's like, oh, God created the world, so it must be created when?
Of October 4004 BC at around 6 p.m. It is a strangely precise estimate for a first try, and implied the sky was roughly 6,000 years old in his time. This young sky abides by the biblical notion that the earth and its heavens were invented for humanity's sake. 65 years later,
world created
a
for
natural
us.
philosopher watching molten iron cool in a furnace proposed a radically different answer. Edmund Halley, who famously predicted the date a comet would return decades before it did,
Halley
used the salinity of the oceans, and the rate of cooling of celestial bodies to estimate the sky's age. In a 1714 to 1716 issue of the Philosophical Transactions, Edmund Halley presented what we now call the salt clock method, using the rate of salt accumulation in the oceans to estimate the age of the Earth, and by implication, the atmosphere and sky. He declared that the sky is 75,000 years old, at least.
So now we're getting to like, okay, well, the Earth is the sky. So if we get the Earth's age, we'll get the sky. So now it becomes the story of the science behind how we found how old the Earth is, right? And I guess with salt deposit, you can like find this. Oh, okay.
Though Halley fell short of a definitive number like HUHHH's, he was among the first to suggest that a measurable, natural process could give us an empirical age of the cosmos. This kicked off the inquiry, which led us to our most up-to-date estimate of approximately 13.8 billion years, reached through a combination of cosmic microwave background radiation measurements from missions like Planck and WMAP, Hubble's law, expansion rate of the universe, and standard cosmic...
If I remember correctly, oh my god, when I was in primary school, I was such a astronomy nerd, okay? That was crazy. I think it was about like the, you know, the Big Bang did a lot of heat, and basically that heat didn't cool down the same way everywhere. And you can like probably do a calculation with that difference of heat to know like how old it is. I think it was something like that.
Cosmological models like lambda CDM. Together, HUHHH and Halley represent a major philosophical clash at the dawn of modern science. HUHHH's precise, scripture-based chronology reflected a worldview where the sky was young and created for humanity, while Halley's naturalistic measurements hinted at a vast ancient universe waiting to be understood through observation and reason. Looking beyond Western thought, however, we find many interesting and creative attempts by philosophers at dating the age of the sky. In Hindu cosmology, for example, the sky is 155.52 trillion years old.
Oh, okay.
In the Puranas and Mahabharata, important Hindu religious texts, time is structured into immense cosmic cycles. A kalpa, a day of Brahma, is 4.32 billion years. A full cycle, including nights, years, lifetimes of Brahma, adds up to trillions of years. The current sky is said to be in the 51st year of Brahma, which places the age of this cycle of the universe at around 155.52 trillion years.
Wow.
The sky then has an age, but no clear origin. Madame Blavatsky, the 19th century Russian-born mystic and founder of theosophy, drew heavily on ancient Hindu cosmology and esoteric traditions.
I think if I remember correctly,
occultist answer.
Theosophy, I think, was like one of these like starting the mysticology, like, you know, all those witches and stuff. It started there, the occults. I think it was like one of the first try of like making like an occult religion, I think. If I remember this,
centered on the concept of Manvantaras.
It's annoying to not be able to like pause. Oh, see? When I read, so I can comment at the same time.
Though Halley fell short of a definitive number like HUHHH's, he was among the first to suggest that a measurable, natural process could give example. The sky is 155.5 great age, lasting 4.32 million years, and a day of Brahma lasting 4.32 billion years.
I guess we just have to like go through it one time.
Some Chinese Taoist alchemical texts, especially those concerned with immortality and the Great Year, Danian,
I missed 2
describe
paragraphs.
time than scientific, on ancient Hindu cosmology and esoteric traditions to propose her own occultist answer, centered on the concept of Manvantaras, vast cosmic cycles. These cycles are measured in millions to billions of years, though Blavatsky's calculations are symbolic and allegorical rather than scientific. In her major work, The Secret Doctrine, 1888, Blavatsky described Earth's spiritual and physical evolution as unfolding through 7 root races, or stages in humanity's development, each corresponding metaphorically to vast astrological ages governed by star beings.
Ow.
The Hindu-inspired cycles she describes imply a sky that is billions of years old, with a Mahayuga, great age, lasting 4.32 million years, and a day of Brahma lasting 4.32 billion years, 1,000 Mahayugas. Some Chinese Taoist alchemical texts, especially those concerned with immortality and the Great Year, Danyan, describe time as cyclical in units of 129,600 years, tied to astronomical and numerological systems. The Taiyi Sheng Shui, the One gave birth to water, and works like Huainanzi talk of sky and earth, co-arising from primal qi. But some traditions suggest skies are reborn every great cycle.
There's
the
so
sky has
many
a reset
ways, so
button,
many
and its age
thoughts.
is the circumference of a cosmic breath.
This is cool.
129,600 years.
So many variety
In
of like
Zoroastrian cosmology,
different like
the universe is laid out across a 12,000-year timeline, divided into
different
4
thoughts.
epochs of 3,000 years. The sky, or firmament, was created in the second epoch, after the spiritual world but before humanity. So the sky is roughly 9,000 years old in this system. It was built in year 3000 and will collapse by year 12,000. Our question then was considered across ancient cultures, so why did no answer appear in Western thought prior to the modern period? For the ancients, the reason is likely that they didn't separate the sky from the cosmos. Asking, how old is the sky, was like asking, how old is the stage before the play? Time was something the sky measures, not something the sky experiences. As the realm of gods, stars, or divine harmony, giving it a number would be like putting a birthday on Zeus. We see this in Plato, whom the sky is not in time. Time is in the sky. It is the first clock. Its age is synonymous with the very concept of age. For the Stoics, the sky has died 1,000 times and will live again. Ekpyrosis.
Changes always.
It has no age because it is incapable of ceasing to be. It is a loop, not a line. In many mythologies, the sky is not a natural object, but a deliberate covering, a veil stretched taut by the gods to conceal the raw machinery of existence.
Behind the sky.
In Babylonian myth,
That's kind of cool.
Marduk slays the chaos dragon Tiamat and stretches her body across the heavens to form the sky, a grim cosmic tarp made of vanquished disorder. In Genesis, the firmament is created to divide the waters above from the waters below, a protective dome that makes human life possible. The sky is a curtain drawn for our benefit. Gnostic texts like On the Origin of the World and Apocryphon of John consider the sky a deception, a rotating dome ruled by false gods, archons, who trap souls below it. The sky's age is the length of our captivity. Its number is how long we've been asleep. Johannes Trithemius, 1462–1516, a cryptographer monk mystic, wrote about celestial intelligences controlling the world in 800-year periods, rotating like gears, a secret calendar with no age but a coded rhythm. Some of the most interesting philosophies of the sky come from pre-Socratic philosophers. Their fragmentary insights, handed down in cryptic scraps, do not ask for an age, but rather what the sky is and how it comes to be. They all answered our question in their own way, not with numbers, but with metaphors of fire, breath, rhythm, and ruin. For Parmenides, the sky had no age. All that exists is being, and being does not change. Time, movement, growth, decay, these are illusions conjured by unreliable senses. If we trust only reason, we must conclude that what is always was and always will be. There is no birth or death, past or future, only the eternal, seamless now. If the sky is, then it has no age, because age presumes change, a before and after. But there is no before and after in truth. The sky to our eyes may rise, set, storm, and clear, but this is theatre, not ontology. The real sky, if such a thing exists, cannot age, because it does not become. It simply is. And if the sky, as we perceive it, is part of the grand illusion of becoming, then the question of its age is a nonsense question, like asking for the temperature of a mirage. Heraclitus of Ephesus, circa 500 BC,
it doesn't have the quality of having age. It cannot
suggested a cosmos of
ever-living
fire.
That quality.
For him, the world, including the heavens, was not created nor static, but constantly in flux. The cosmos, the same for all, was not made by gods or men, but always was and is and will be an ever-living fire. For Heraclitus, to ask for the age of the sky is like asking the age of a flame. The fire exists because it burns. It is always old and always new. If there is time, it's cyclical. The sky is not a container, but a process, always kindling, always extinguishing, always returning. Anaximenes of Miletus, circa 6th century BCE, conceived of the sky as breath. Air, he proposed, was the source of everything. The stars and sky condensed from rarefied air, the world breathing in and out. Just as our soul, being air, holds us together, so breath and air encompass the whole world. The sky was of organic origin, made of the same stuff as soul.
Ooh.
Its age is not historical, but elemental.
It's from us.
If breath is continuous, then the sky is not old in years, but eternally emerging, an exhalation of the cosmos.
The sky is breathing.
Anaximander, a shadowy figure who may have drawn the first map of the
Could
Earth.
you say that with the trees?
The sky is a womb
you know,
in the boundless.
the trees are kind of
He
making
imagined
the sky,
the universe emerging from the Apiron, indefinite
all the
and
clouds and
boundless.
stuff.
Worlds rise
The breath
and
of the
fall
world,
from it in
all the
cycles,
condensation
like
of the
bubbles
water.
in water. He conceived of celestial bodies as wheels of fire, partially obscured by mist, with visible light shining through holes. The stars and sun are leaks in the firmament. Things perish into those things out of which they came to be, according to necessity. Anaximander gives us a sky with not one beginning and an end, but many. Skies emerge and dissolve in cycles like peeling skins off an onion. Each cosmos reveals another behind it. Pythagorean cosmology understood the heavens as music, spheres turning in mathematically perfect harmony. Planets were believed to emit tones as they moved, inaudible to human ears, the music of the spheres.
Life is music.
Here the sky is not aged like
That's
an
crazy.
object, but measured like a chord. It is timeless in the way a song is. You may experience part of it, but it exists all at once, in ideal form. Today, our scientific understanding of the sky's billion-year existence tends to conjure up dread about our human insignificance.
Woo!
But history teaches us the enormity of varying reactions to the belief that the sky is ancient. As our own living philosopher Thomas Nagel pithily puts it, ridiculing existentialism, suppose we lived forever. Would not a life that is absurd if it lasts 70 years be infinitely absurd, even if it lasted through eternity? Our internet-age nihilism is expertly mocked by Nagel, whose optimistically objective view from nowhere just looks like an overcast Tuesday. The sky can be meaningful, he insists, even when drab. Sure, it may be indifferent to us, but if it's going to hang over us all our lives, then we may as well recognize the meaning it has had for others and project a bit of our own selves onto it. Maybe time to get offline and engage in a more meaningful, non-digital kind of looking up.
that end is great. Oh, I like this. La. Food for thoughts. Okay, well, talking about internet, I'm going to go. Goodbye.